Hey there, bar is open, so let's review all of these in a cocktail, a Long Island iced tea. Hi there, SG Alcohol Guy here, finding out recipes online to see if I can make my own cocktails at home. As mentioned, today I'll be trying out the Long Island iced tea. And the reason why I want to try this cocktail is simply because it's probably the first ever cocktail that I had in a club. Namely, this club in Singapore called Zouk. So that was when I was in the army. Our salaries weren't very high, so we needed to find drinks that were as cost efficient as possible. And for Zouk, they have a buy one get one free promotion at certain timings, which means if you buy a jug of Long Island iced tea at that time, you get 2. So it was really worth the money. But that's pretty much the last time I drank Long Island iced tea because I don't remember anything else about that night. Anyway, let's get on with the review. My alcohol tolerance is a little bit better compared to last time, so hopefully I remember how to do the rest of the review. Now, looking at the recipe which is in front of me, this is actually from the spruceeats.com. I'll put their website in the description so you can follow the recipe accordingly, but it's not too difficult. They're using 5 different alcohols and a sour mix plus cola. And I want to make it as accurate as possible, so I'm going to follow the measurements. And it's pretty simple. Half an ounce of the ones with alcohol, 1 ounce of the one without alcohol, and then top up the balance with cola. To begin, the first that they mention is gin. I'm using Bombay Sapphire because I like the taste. Half an ounce is the side, so half an ounce in here. Half an ounce of light rum. Now I have the Captain Morgan's and I have this Bacardi. If you've watched my earlier reviews, you'll know that I prefer Bacardi. Half an ounce of Bacardi. Oh, well, that's 1 ounce. Gotta finish up with the other one. I'm a professional. Woo! Half an ounce of vodka. I haven't reviewed this yet, but again, I'm trying to use bottles that you will commonly see in pubs, in clubs, in restaurants, so I can replicate the flavor as much as possible. Pour it slowly. Ooh. Let's not go wild like the rum. It's actually quite pleasant neat, by the way. You know, it burns me a little bit, but that's a review for another day. And I'm slurring already. This does not bode well. Half an ounce of Blanco tequila, so white tequila. Now, the thing I love about this Long Island iced tea recipe this cocktail is, that you don't actually add any form of tea in the drink. You know, it's just alcohol, sour mix, and cola. You get a tea flavor. Let's see. And last alcohol is triple sec. Now this is a brand new bottle. I bought it just for this review. Hopefully I find more cocktails that uses triple sec, so you know I get to enjoy more of this. Again, half an ounce. Don't go wild. 1 ounce of sour mix. You can apparently home make it if you want to. I'm lazy, so I went and got a store-bought version, and instead of half an ounce, this is 1 ounce. In fact, it actually comes with 3 recipes at the back: whiskey sour, whiskey mango sour, and other stuff. So 1 ounce of this, and peaches and cream. And finally, 1 to 2 ounces of cola to taste. Again, I'm using a very small can, so let's use 1 ounce first. Let's use 2 ounces because I want the color, so I want it to have a really nice tea color, and that's what cola does to your drink. And now I'm supposed to add in a lemon wedge for garnish. I don't have lemon wedges, so instead I'm just going to stir the drink. And it is, it does resemble, I'm going to stir it very carefully because I want the alcohols to mix. And it actually does sort of resemble tea. It has a color that's a very diluted tea. And the best thing about using this as a stirrer is because there's actually a straw. Now, I don't usually drink Long Island tea from the glass, also because they served it in a jug last time. We always drink it through a straw, and this is a reusable straw because I am environmentally friendly this way. And with that, let's see how this homemade Long Island iced tea tastes like. For some reason, it seems to be getting darker in color as I stir it around. And let's find out with a taste test. I'm shaking my head because this is a crazy potent drink. I mean, there's 5 different alcohols, around 38 to 40% alcohol content each, and I cannot taste it at all. I can only taste a combination of this sour mix and cola. It's very enjoyable. I think if you've watched The Big Bang Theory, there was a scene where one of the lead characters was downing the Long Island iced tea as if it was regular iced tea. I can understand why. I don't taste any alcohol whatsoever. One more sip for good measure. It's crazy amazing. Now, any eagle-eyed viewers right now would have noticed that there's actually a hidden bottle at the back. Now, why this is here is because to convert this from a Long Island iced tea into a Texas iced tea, you add in half an ounce of bourbon. So let's see if this makes a difference. Half an ounce of bourbon. Again, I'm using, as much as possible, I'm using, very commonly seen labels, very commonly seen spirits that you can find to keep the taste as authentic as possible. I'm still going to stir it. I'm going to make sure the bourbon goes all the way in with the rest of the alcohol, which you can't taste. And with that, Texas iced tea taste test. Maybe it's because I already finished some of the Long Island iced tea and then adding in the bourbon later on. So I can actually taste the bourbon, which is both a good and bad thing. With the bourbon, once you can taste the bourbon itself, the drink, it's an alcoholic drink, you then can start to pace yourself, so you won't actually gulp this down, unlike the Long Island iced tea. However, in terms of flavor and how enjoyable it actually is, the Long Island iced tea is an amazing recipe where it's so easy to drink and so enjoyable to drink. So, ladies and gentlemen, this ended up as a comparison video between the Long Island iced tea and the Texas iced tea. I would definitely choose the Long Island iced tea. And I also recommend, given a chance, try using different alcohols to see if that affects the flavor in any way. I think that's a very fun experiment in order to find the Long Island iced tea recipe that you enjoy the most. Hey there, thanks for watching up to this point. I just want to state that all these reviews are based on my personal taste preferences and opinions. They're not to be used as an industry standard. I do, however, want to find out what you think about this Long Island iced tea recipe, this Texas iced tea recipe. Drop me some comments. Let's compare some notes. If you're still here, do help me click on the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell, because I do try to upload at least one new video every week. Plus, if you know of anyone interested in watching such reviews, do help me send them the link to the video as well. Most importantly, my friends, happy drinking!